everybody. So this week we're going to be talking about intakes and how to explain intakes to patients so that they feel comfortable signing everything we ask them to sign. So we're going to go over insurance intakes, personal injury intakes, and workers' comp intakes. So first, what I like to do is I hold up the intake to the patient and I say, okay, first off, I'm going to have you fill out all your personal information. I don't need the names of your children. I don't know why it asks that. That's one of those questions that makes people uncomfortable, so I just get that out of the way from the get-go. Insurance information, again, you can just put name of the company here because the front desk should make a copy of their insurance card, and that'll save them a little bit of time because these are time-consuming. Sign down at the bottom, everything's accurate. Then we're going to go to health history, have them fill this out to the best of their ability, sign down at the bottom that everything's accurate. And we'll come over here to the radiology consent. So this one's weird for people. I always just get it out of the way. Please be sure to initial that you're not pregnant, even if you are a man. Silliest question you'll be asked all day. Make it a joke, because otherwise people get mad about it for some reason. And then have them sign stating that if the doctor needs x-rays, they give them permission to take x-rays. Authorization for care just gives the doctors permission to even evaluate the patient. Financial authorization just says that the patient is over the age of 18, of sound mind, capable of making their own financial decisions, therefore they are their own guarantor. Emergency contact information down at the bottom on every single patient, no matter what. And then I get to this page and I say, okay, and these are your HIPAA rights. And then I ask, are you familiar with HIPAA? If they say yes, I say, okay, then just sign this, same as always. If they say no, then I explain to them that basically all this says is that we are not going to release any of your information without a signed medical release from you. Then this is what makes the insurance intake different from, say, a PI or a BWC intake. This first page here is the insurance payments policy. This just says that if their insurance company sends them a check to pay for treatment that they have received at our clinic, they gave us permission to cash the check and apply it to their patient balance. FRI, this isn't in everybody's intake. Some people will hand this to the patient separately. This is just functional rating index, gives the doctor a good idea of where they're feeling, so we have a baseline analysis. All right, ERISA form. This just gives us permission to advocate on the patient's behalf should their insurance company deny any portion of their claim. I always like to know how everybody heard about us. Just tell them if somebody told you about us, just put their name down there so that we can tell them thank you. And then you're done with the insurance intake. So, PI. Probably the most difficult one to explain. You're going to do the same thing. Just fill out your personal information here. Don't need the names of your children. Health insurance, I only need to know the name of the company. This was because of an auto accident. Therefore, you are not responsible. Your insurance company is not responsible for this. Have them sign at the bottom. Auto accident information, things that we have to have on this intake. It has to have the date of the accident and a brief description of what happened. And then the patient needs to answer all of these questions. On to the next page. Did I grab two? Nope, we're good. Okay, health history, same as the insurance intake, no big deal there. Radiology consent, authorization for care, financial authorization, and emergency contact. Same in every intake, always needs to be filled out completely. HIPAA, same in every intake. This is what really sets apart a PI intake though, these next 4 pages. So this form here is a 3-page form. Most of the time what I like to do is tell the patient to stop when they get to the HIPAA form, come back up with me and we'll walk through this one together. How I explain an AOB to a patient is I say, okay, so this basically says you were not the at-fault party in your accident. So we want to put your insurance here because we need to know everyone that's involved. We'll put the at-fault parties down here. That's how we know who's responsible for paying for your treatment. This also ensures that your treatment here is paid for out of your settlement. So just protects you from getting a bill from us. So to start, you're going to put this day of yada, 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 fill in the blanks. It's pretty self-explanatory. The patient is going to print their name here. They're going to print the name of their auto insurance company, the date of the accident, the at-fault's auto insurance, initial, sign, signature in the middle of this page, sign again, and then they're going to sign, print, and date. And then whoever checks over the intake will need to witness right here. You'll print your name here, or I'm sorry, sign your name here, print your name here, put the title. Like I always put front desk because it's where I'm always working when I check intakes. And then the date that you looked over it. So next, we have the RPI. This is basically just a summary page so that we know every party that is involved. So patient name, date of accident, auto insurance company. We don't necessarily have to have claim numbers if the patient is uncomfortable with that. We just need to know the name of the company. We need to know whether they have an attorney or not. This is also a great time for front desk to ask if they would like us to refer them to an attorney that specializes in personal injury cases. And then health insurance information. Again, I just need the name of the company. If we need any of this additional information later, we'll get with the patient, and then they'll sign a date at the bottom. And then you've got your referral source page again, and that's pretty much it. Workers' comp, same thing as always. The only thing that is different on a workers' comp intake is its work accident information. If they have a claim number, you'll want them to fill it out. They'll need to give us an explanation of what happened, the date of their workers' comp injury, all that good stuff, and then health history, everything else is the same, HIPAA. This is one of our shortest intakes too, so patients normally don't complain about this one too much. I also want to touch really quickly, if your intakes get mixed up and you are not sure which one you need, the easiest way to tell is to go to the second page of the intake. I know that this is a workers' comp intake because it says work accident. I know that this is a personal injury intake because on the second page it says accident information. And I know that this is a health insurance one because we jump right into health history. We don't need to know anything about their accidents. Okay, that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thank you so much.